trip each. No mistakes, no do-overs. Most of us are going somewhere we know. That doesn't mean we should know what to expect. Be careful. Look out for each other. This is the fight of our lives. And we're gonna win. Whatever it takes. Good luck.
He's pretty good at that.
Right? All right.
What's going on, fam? It's Monday.
What's up?
What's going on, guys?
Man, not much. You?
Oh, you know the same.
Yo, it's not
Chilling.
just Monday. It's not just Monday. It's the last Monday of the month. It's Retro Spec. I get pumped for the show. I don't know why.
Hell yeah, man.
This is a good show. It's a fun show.
Yeah, I swear, guys, this is the first time that we do it, that you guys, the supporters, picked which years we're going back to check out. It was a ride. Just putting this together, I was looking at all these books and I'm like, man, how do we do this? How do we do this? But we managed. We did this. I think we got it down to about 24 slides. So.
I'm pretty impressed. I'm not gonna lie, man. It's impressive.
Yeah, but before we start, I just want to say a quick shout out to Newbie for doing his first Whatnot sale. So good. Congratulations, dude. Thank you for ending it off. Yep. And sending the fam here, but I tuned in and I saw some good deals there. So, way to go, bud. All right. Before we get into it, dude, how was the show last week?
How was the show last week, man?
Yeah.
It was good. It was good. It was good.
It was good. It was good. So you were talking about another.
Sounds
show.
like it was good.
What's up?
You were talking
Sounds
about
like
another show in your area coming.
Oh
up.
yeah. I wasn't sure what show you were talking about. I was like, man, I go to shows, I watch shows, man. I was just kind of like, what's going on?
He was
here?
trying
What
to figure out what show you were talking about.
See where you're leading into. Yeah,
It was
so
good. It was good. What the fuck's he talking about? It was good.
Yeah, it was horrible. I don't know what you're talking about.
Lately, dude, there's been a lot of shows in my area, and they just keep coming and coming and coming. So yeah, there was a toy and collectible show in my area. I didn't think it was going to be big at all, just for Saturday, Sunday. So I figured, hey, I'll show up Saturday, just after they opened. They opened at 10 o'clock, and I got there at 10:30. Dude, they were lined up through the building, from the basement to the first floor and out the fucking door, man. Like, I was like, okay, like, what's going on here? And I get it, it's just jam packed, right? So I had a good time. I went in not expecting to buy anything. I figured, I had my fun at Toronto Comic Con. I'm just gonna look around, and of course, I came out with some goodies.
Yeah. But you were talking about a big show within your area coming up soon, right?
And yeah, there's another show coming up too. So June 24th, 25th, 26th, there's going to be an event in my area, in the Ottawa area, and it's called Pop X. It's a popular culture expo.
Nice.
And it's going to be huge, man. So I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome. So you're going to be there?
Yeah.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
There
You going to come?
I hope to. I hope to. But, man, this basement's costing me quite a bit.
That's fair, bro.
Yeah. But, hey, man, doesn't mean I can't make it out for the trip. But anyway.
Hey, just come for the Saturday. I usually just go for Saturdays when it's a weekend-long show. Because if I went every day, my wallet would hate me, and my wife wouldn't be too happy with me either.
Yep. Well, before we move forward, let's say hi to the chat. They've been waiting, and surprisingly, I mean, we're already 5 minutes in. It's 7:10. Is this normal for us?
I know, right?
We're early today.
Yo, Michael Baker, yo, what's up? If this was Newbie Show, he got gold because Uncanny Swag just took metal, silver. And then we've got Paul.
Oh, good to see you, man.
You guys said this is where you bought the Hulk 181, right?
That's where Hyper got the 180, 181. So this is a Need a Hero Comics in Belleville. If you're ever in the area, hit him up. Paul's a great man, and he loves to talk comics too. So
awesome.
Thanks for joining us, Paul.
Yeah, man, we appreciate it. This guy right here, this handsome devil. Look at him.
Hey, who's that?
Tim, thanks for being here, guys.
Yeah,
Like
dude
I
is on
said,
delayed
Tim-
reaction tonight.
Yeah, he's on a lag. But Tim, thanks for hanging out. Tim, you've got some years picked in for tonight's picks as well.
And also,
Miguel,
before we move on, Tim has contributed. If you watched our last show, Tim has contributed some books for our 500 giveaway.
Yep.
So we're 142 subs away. Once we get to 500, we'll give away some books, guys.
Almost there, yo. We were just saying, man, it felt like the 250 subscriber show was like, what, a few weeks ago, a month ago?
Yeah, wasn't too long ago.
Not bad, not bad. We're getting there. But Wesley, yo, thank you for joining us. Wesley picked some years for tonight, too, that we're going to be revisiting. So I'm pumped about that. Dan De La Torre's in the house. Dan, nice to see you. Who else we got here? David Mason. Why do we arrive early? 7:07. I think he was pretty dead on. I don't even remember.
He knows what's up.
Yeah, but if anyone's got it down, Michael Baker, man. Tailgate, baby. Tailgate. Yeah, I want to invite to that party. I'll be even more.
Gather up first.
Yeah. Briggs, what's up, bro? So happy you're here, man. Who else we got? Chats rolling. Hey, no good. Justin, what's up, bro?
Hey,
Thanks
bro.
for being here, man. Yep. Pacino Comics is in the house. Pacino. Oh, man. He's getting me in trouble lately. We're in a chat, and he always, like, drops, like, hey, bro, look what I found. Look what I found. Do you want one? Do you want one? And I swear to God, I don't even need to hunt anymore.
I was tempted when he posted something today. He's like, hey, guys, you guys looking for one? I was like,
No, he actually found, you know those little action figures? Like, they're the retro cartoon-looking ones, so, like, that you can find literally at Toys R Us or Target or
yeah.
places. I don't have one with me, but he just picked it up yesterday for me. And instead of, let's say, $21 Canadian, he's finding them at like $7.99. He found me like Captain America, Ironman. He got Black Panther. The guy's, I don't know. He's a vulture, like literally a vulture. But yeah, man. So let me just keep going through this. We got Philly Born in the house. Yo, thank you for being here. We got Tomb in the house. We got Comics Chic in the house. Chef's in the house. You smell that? The man's cooking. He's always cooking a storm. All right. So that being said, guys, are you ready to start the retro spec?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Like I said, you guys, the supporters of the channel, you guys voted for the years on Instagram. So on Instagram, which also reminds me, follow us on Instagram at Comic Kingpins. Every month, we will post a photo where you guys could vote for the years you want us to visit. And luckily, we managed to squeeze in at least one book from every year you guys commented below on that photo. So here we go. We're going back as far back as 1969. March books that dropped. Now, the way we're doing it tonight, it's the March cover date, right? So whatever cover date says March to that year is what we will be putting up tonight.
Let's do it.
So let me pull these up. Oh, man, I'm excited. There's so many good ones. All right, so we're sharing it now. Slide one.
All right.
Obviously, we're kicking it off with this one. Yo, Amazing Spider-Man 70. This is back in 1969. Obviously, a year selected by
I was just thinking that.
Right? But
the key issues, of course.
Yeah, you get the cameo appearance of Vanessa Fisk, Kingpin's wife. So, I ironically do not own this one, and I say ironically because everybody knows I'm a huge ASM fan. But this cover is one where I see even like, you know, those laminated posters and stuff like that, like at Walmart that they sell for kids and stuff like that. I think this tends to be an iconic cover. Definitely a book I wish to pick up. Do any of you guys have it?
No, unfortunately, it's one I wouldn't mind picking up at some point. You know, I'm a fan of Kingpin, so being one of his keys, it's one I want to add to the collection, of course. But yeah, it is a pretty classic cover. You do see it on a lot of posters and everything like that. So,
yeah, dude,
I actually don't own this one, man. This is news to me, but definitely going to be on the lookout for it now, especially since, you know, we're the Kingpins, man.
Yeah, man, you got to live it up. But, yo, Steve Bradley, just want to say hi to you. Thank you for being here. Sith, the legend, is in the house. Michael Baker's starting the tally, man. So 0 for 1. 0 for 1. We got Tim, 0 for 1. Yeah, year BC graduated high school. Shit. Are they white, bro? Come on. But yeah, man.
He's been married now. Now he's married to who did he just marry? Typhoid Mary?
You're talking about Kingpin.
Yeah. Yeah, and the Devil's Reign storyline.
Okay, so which issue does this take place in? Because I'm not fully caught up, and I think you just spoiled that for me.
No, I think it was right at the beginning of the Devil's Reign. They got married or some shit.
I don't remember.
Issue 1 or some shit.
Really? Fuck, I have no recollection at all. I gotta reread. But all right, so moving on to the next book. Hold on. We have Amazing Adventures 11. This is from 1972, the year selected by Moonlit Comics and Aussie Comics. So you pretty much get first appearance of Beast with Fur. Yes, sadly this counts. And it's weird because he was gray, right? Not blue. The gray fur. I got some gray fur too now. But first appearance of Carl Maddox. Now, I know Newbie had this one. I remember he was showing this to us not too long ago. But book I totally missed out on. And I don't know if I really care for the description as to what this book represents, like first appearance of Beast with Fur. I kind of put that up there with, like, you know, the first costumes and stuff like that. Like, I don't think they do relatively well, but still, it's an older book, and I don't know what more to say about it, really, because it's not my cup of tea.
Well, I mean, as far as costume changes goes, yeah, that's basically what this is. But it's one of the more, I guess, classic or iconic ones because it's sort of like one of the earliest, you know, that was pretty big change for a character, and I think that's why it has accumulated as much value as it has for something that's like a kind of like a minor key or whatever. So it's always, you know, it's a cool book to see whenever you come across it. One, again, that I would love to add to the collection at some point, just kind of have it. I'm not like you, I'm not really going out of my way searching for it because it's not, you know, that important to have it in the collection, but yeah. If I come across it at a decent price, sure, why not?
Yeah, you said it, Face. Like you said, you know, one of the more prominent costume changes for a character. But this is actually a book I kind of keep my eye out for whenever I'm hunting. So if I can find it for a decent price, why not? Yeah, I've always been a Beast fan, so
I had
to pick it up.
No idea that this was on your radar.
It's not like high on my radar, but it's on my radar. Yeah.
It's just on the radar somewhere, like the fringes of the fucking radar.
Still there, just far out. Yeah.
Well, I feel you, I guess. Like I said, not my cup of tea, but teach their own. That's why we do this. But moving on to the next one. We're still in 1972, but you get Marvel Team Up #1, man. And again, year selected by Moonlit Comics and Aussie. This is the premiere issue of this series consisting of multiple team-ups with Spider-Man and different characters. There's a retcon, the first appearance of Misty Knight in here. But I love the Marvel Team-Up run. I don't own issue 1, but there's a lot of good first appearances or firsts that take place within this run. I think it's a great run. I don't know if you guys have a few issues of this or if you even tried collecting the full thing, whatnot, but I think this issue is one that I'm going to try to pick up very, very soon. Just going back to 1972 and I saw it, I'm like, I just want this for the PC. It's a dope book.
I've actually stayed away from all Marvel team-up books.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the series or, you know, anything going on in it. So I obviously Spider-Man teaming up with different characters from the Marvel universe, but I don't have any to my recollection.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, again, not one that I have in my collection. Not one that I'm heavily going after. I guess it does sort of count as like you know, minor key with that retcon first appearance of Misty Knight or Misty Knight. I kind of hate that though. I hate when they do shit like that and they retcon these appearances because it just kind of confuses the issue. Like obviously it's way before she was ever around, so it's not her. It was never intended to be her. But you know, whatever. But speaking of retcons, we should just go ahead and retcon the whole show, right?
Well, yeah, I would like to team up with this guy right here.
Oh,
let's bring him up, Mr. Hyper.
He's earlier than normal.
Right?
Keep my name out your fucking mouth. All right.
No!
Oh, this guy.
No, he didn't.
Who's he gonna go slap?
You just slapped the camera.
He probably just broke some
Now
shit.
that's an entrance.
I see some white stains there, bro.
I said keep my name out your fucking mouth.
Yo, this might be the greatest moment of YouTube history.
Right? Fuck, you guys are crazy. But
good to see you, bro.
yeah, Hype. Before
Hold on, I hope I didn't bust my camera after that stunt.
I'm surprised your mom doesn't walk in bust
Yeah,
your
that
ass,
thing
bro, after
busted
slapping you. But before we move forward and get Hyper's take, Justin, man, No Good Comics was saying that his man Paul PJ Morris is breaking down this series tonight.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, man, that's cool. Yo, go check that out. I had no idea.
Yeah, I'll check it out for sure.
Yep.
I also want to say I see UniX just popped in the chat. What's up, bro? Good to see you.
Oh, there he is.
Yep.
Just in time for the slap.
I'm catching up with the chat. After that slap, man, I just lost track of everything happening.
You don't even know what year it is anymore.
Right. Yo, Hype, you just might win Best Actor, man.
Yo, some were saying that stunt last night was some acting in itself, so we don't know.
Right? Who knows?
mean,
Baker
I would
said
hope
it.
so. I would hope so. Because, like, if Will Smith was really mad about it and he went up there and open hand slapped him,
I think he did, bro. I think
I just lost huge respect for Will
He
Smith.
did.
If you didn't ball up a fist and we're actually fucking mad, no.
Yeah, I mean,
We're done. Moving on.
Yeah.
he no-sold that slap, honestly.
Yeah,
Yep.
he did, man. Chris Rock took that like a champ.
He did take it good.
Yo,
I'm money
Ozzy.
on Chris Rock in that fight now.
Don't forget, Will Smith played Ali at one point.
Yeah, you should have
Yeah,
gave him a
played him.
look. He didn't even fly like a butterfly, bro.
He might have to fly like a butterfly, but there didn't look to be much sting there.
No, he stung like a. Well, I don't even want to get into it. But Ozzy, I agree. 65, man. I'm still hunting that one. If you come across one, let me know.
Wait, which one is 65?
Captain Britain.
Yeah, man.
Oh, that one, yeah.
In
Yeah.
the US.
Because I know the issues, but sometimes the numbers are. I sometimes get lost with the numbers.
Yo,
You know it, Uni.
Uni's saying that Nova fans recognize Nova fans, but yo, I'm the one who said it, yo. He's the Spider-Man of space. Oh, shush. But all right, man. Hype, what's your take on this one?
Honestly, because the thing is, I saw this book when I was backstage. I was trying to think back if there's any team ups in my collection. I don't think I have one single Marvel team up in my collection.
We gotta fix this, bro.
You know what? As sad,
I'm with you
and
on
actually,
that.
I got rid of this. The only Marvel team up you're gonna laugh at this is Kamala Khan versus with Miss Marvel.
Okay.
I mean Kamala
Must stop
Khan
my
and Captain Marvel. Sorry, that 3-issue Marvel team up from 2018. That one I already got rid of. That's the only recollection I have of Marvel team ups in my collection.
Yeah.
So. There's been some cool ones. The number one hasn't really been on my radar, but
yeah.
It's definitely a dope cover. So yeah, it has that going for me.
100 Face. I know you spoke about it. Did you have anything else you wanted to add before we move on to the next book?
No, I think I'm good. I think we covered it.
Well, that being said, let's get the hell out of 1972. We're going to 1975, the year selected by Tim Sienkiewicz and Shop for Comics. So we have, like I said, Avengers 133. Now, I think this could be a pretty cool, I don't want to say really spec book, but with everything going on within the MCU, you get the origin of the Kree Skrull War. You have the origin of Mantis and Vision, and Libra is revealed to be the hooded one. I don't own this one within the PC. I totally had no idea that this is where we get some origin of the Kree Skrull War, surprisingly. But yeah, man, do you guys have this one?
No, I don't. This one actually surprised me when you showed it to me there.
It's pretty cheap, bro. It's
Is
cheap.
it? Yeah. Okay. I myself though, I'm not too familiar with the hooded one. So if somebody knows a little more than myself,
hooded one, I don't care for. It's the whole origin of the Kree Skrull War, but
exactly.
yeah, for sure.
I don't have this one either, but as you've seen, origin books have become like really popular when those first and sometimes even second appearances
For sure.
are out of reach. And of the names on that slide, the one name that pops up to me is Mantis, only because I don't know if you guys caught the news how James Gunn revealed how with the new Guardians movie, there's going to be some characters phased out, and some new characters coming in. I don't know. For some reason, I feel like there's a bit more left to be told with Mantis. I feel I feel like she might have more of a bigger role. I don't think she's going away.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I just kind of have that feeling that she's probably going to be sticking around more so than some of the original cast members.
Yeah.
That are also probably a lot more highly paid than she is.
So you think she carries over into the next set of Guardians?
I think so, because I don't think it's going to be a complete wipeout where they're going to completely phase out everyone. And they got to have some semblance of the old crew to kind of mix it up with the new people. If it's just a complete wipe, like a washout of I don't think Marvel would do that. I think they would keep one or two at least from the old crew just to kind of carry over with the new. And I just feel like Mantis would be carried over with the new blood, whether it be Phyla-Vell or Moondragon.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome. But if you could pick one character out of the entire roster, the current roster of Guardians, to stick around, who would you keep?
Honestly, I would keep Drax, but I'm pretty sure that Batista's done with Marvel movies after this. I think he has aspirations to do more serious films, so to speak. So honestly, I know some people are Groot fans. I'm more of a Drax fan in the whole squad.
No, for sure. And dude, Wesley, I agree, man. I'm pumped for Warlock, but yeah, man, I would love to see Drax, 100%. Face.
I think I'd probably I don't know, either Rocket or Groot would be the one that I would want to guarantee stays around, but I don't know. I kind of think they're probably going to be on the way out along with Drax.
Yeah, because Rocket's played by Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, see, I mean, the thing is, Rocket is Bradley Cooper and Groot is Vin Diesel, and they're just, they're voiceovers basically. Then you're paying another person to do, the motion capture and everything else. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, seems like there's some room to adjust costs there. But as far as this book goes, yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of the Kree Skrull War, so I started picking those up quite a while ago. I actually don't really remember the whole Libra and Hooded One thing too much, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I think that was kind of like something, maybe a minor part of that or something. I don't know. It's been a while since I've read it though, but it looks like that's what Secret Invasion is going to be leaning into, at least partially. So, definitely some interesting spec coming up there.
Yep. That's why I thought this was a good book, definitely to put on. Full agreement with you guys. But moving on to the next one. Marvel Super Special 16, 1980. All right. This year selected by none other than UniX and Johnny Dakota. Now, this is the Empire Strikes Back movie adaptation. Lots of people still claim this to be the true first appearance of Boba Fett, given it predates Star Wars 42. Now, this is a magazine.
Yeah, this is a magazine size. So
exactly.
It's a quite popular magazine, though.
Yes.
It is.
I see it around a lot, man.
Now, I see a lot of people say that there's other first appearances in here, such as Yoda and whatnot. But like I said, the one that example we're bringing up now is like Boba Fett. Everyone says that this predates it, right? So this is technically their first. I don't want to dip too much into that because we all know how this ends, right? We're going to probably end up in a Will Smith slapping contest. But regardless, yeah, I think this is a dope book to own, whether it is or isn't. I wish I could have something like this, but it's already up there in price, man. I'm seeing some copies already at $200-$300.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't own it, but that's just me not being the biggest Star Wars fan to begin with.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's quite popular out there, man. If you're a Star Wars collector, I'm sure this is on your list.
Yeah. I'm just giggling at this right here.
Yeah, I had a good laugh at that too.
It's all your fault, baby.
It really is. It really is.
I'm not the biggest Star Wars collector, although I have some in the short box. Okay, so BC, you're saying that this is clearly less value than the actual comic appearance.
Yeah, Star Wars 42. So Star Wars 42 fetches good coin, especially after everything that took place.
Here's okay. So it's a bit of a double standard, I find, because I think somebody brought it up how that White Tiger's first appearance was in Deadly Hands of Kung Fu, and then his comic appearance was in Spectacular Spider-Man, I believe, right?
Yeah.
And the Deadly Hands of Kung Fu magazine, I believe, goes for a lot more than the comic. And I think even the same thing with even Rocket Raccoon. So it seems like a double standard. It seems like sometimes a magazine goes for more, sometimes a comic appearance goes for more. So it's a bit inconsistent with this one. But
here, look.
Welcome to comics.
I'm sorry. I'm just giving you an example, okay? Just so we have like live info. We have on eBay. This is a raw copy and it's high grade. I would say it's high grade. $175 Canadian for this book.
Okay, that's definitely a lot less than that Star Wars 42.
Exactly.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it's just. I mean, I think Face just said it right there. That's kind of comics for you. It's never cut and dry. Like what will end up. Maybe because that 42 actually has Boba Fett on the cover.
Yeah.
That probably is why. But yeah, listen. If I was a true Star Wars fan, I probably considering this is undervalued. This would be more on my radar.
Yeah, Chef, I saw that.
I saw that meme. Yeah.
So hold on. Uni's saying if you guys don't buy magazines, then Star Wars 39 is the book. It reprints part of this magazine. So that's interesting.
So I actually did some of the early research for putting our list together tonight, and I actually picked this because I know Uni X hates the magazine, so I thought he'd love this one for this year since it was his pick.
You're trolling, bro.
Yeah, that is exactly why I picked it. So I also don't have it because, like UniX, I really don't necessarily buy a whole lot of magazines too much. I mean, it is kind of undervalued in comparison to the 42 for people that do buy, the magazines though and everything like that. So it's still up there in price, but I mean, the gap is significant enough that it's worth picking up.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. But I do want to bring up a question first before we do. Justin, man, we appreciate that, bro. Smash that like button, guys. Let everybody know. Get the algorithms going. But Paul's asking, is it because this book is just a printed version of the movie? It's not an original story to the print form. Is that it? Is it because it's a magazine that people shy away from it? Because it's not.
That's an interesting.
Yeah. Because how would that play out? Let's say for wasn't Man Thing also a magazine?
Yeah.
So it is a good question to ask. I don't know. I would assume maybe that's why,
No, because I think his question's more along the lines of because this magazine is a reprint of a movie that's already released, whereas the comic is new material, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So the Man Thing situation's a bit different because
it's all new material.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess then that's what.
That's a good point. Yeah, definitely could be for sure.
And shout out to Paul Salvar from Need a Hero Comics.
Yeah. You scored a sweet deal, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, moving on. We're still in 1980, but Uncanny X-Men 131. So, first cover appearance of Emma Frost. You got the second appearance of Dazzler, and the third appearance of Kitty Pryde. First cover. I don't want to say it's her best cover, man. But
she looks angry. She looks like she's about to slap somebody.
I actually like this cover.
Oh, stop! Really?
You like this cover?
Yeah, guys. I fucking love it.
When I would empty my toy box,
I'm always the black sheep in the group. But I love this cover.
Yeah.
It's badass. I'm gonna
Alrighty
it
then.
all up.
Well, I am noticing. Obviously, all X-Men books are getting up there, but this one's climbing too lately. I don't know what's causing it to spike. If it's because it's the first cover appearance of Emma Frost. I highly doubt it's that Dazzler, but third appearance of Kitty
totally
Pryde.
Dazzler.
She's looking like her name is Vengeance. You know what the funny? Oh wait, are you done, Comic.Dood?
Yeah, I just want to say I love this cover. Obviously, I don't own it, but yeah, no, I love this, man.
You know, okay. So here's the funny thing about this. Okay, so now that I checkbox that Hulk 180, 181, I've been like, those of you that don't know, I am an X-Men fan, and so I've been low key kind of trying to grab some of the Claremont back issue runs.
Yeah,
to kind of fill some of the gaps. So this book, actually, I saw it on auction last week, and I thought I was able to get a steal on it because it was sitting at around $10-20. And then all of a sudden, obviously, it ramped up to a price that I'm like, I had to pass. I've seen this book a couple of times, never in the condition that I want to pay for it.
Yeah.
So this is, I definitely am looking out for it, more so just to kind of fill the gaps. And this, unfortunately, is one of those books that did, kind of catch the heat once the mutants kind of got, speed out of Feige's mouth, unfortunately. Yeah. So, listen, it's not the best Emma Frost cover, but it's still a recognizable cover.
It's her first.
It's her first cover. Like, obviously, we've seen better Frost cover, but again, it's still, I don't want to use the word iconic, but it's a very recognizable Claremont X-Men cover. So
yeah. Yuri, I just want to say they're not all ugly. There are some nice ones, but we chose this one.
You sure about that?
Yeah, no, I am.
So have you guys seen that movie Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke?
Come on.
I'm sure.
Everybody's watched it on replay.
If anyone's seen it, it's probably Face and maybe Keys.
I've definitely seen it.
He's watching
you remember the chick that snorts the line of Ajax? No. That's the end result right there. That's what happens afterwards.
Got it.
Well, you just made this book less appealing.
Right?
I'm just saying.
I'm never gonna forget that. I'm gonna think of that every time I see this now.
Fuck, man.
It's yeah, I don't know that I would use the word classic for the cover, but it's iconic. I mean, yeah. It definitely stands out. People recognize it. It's part of the Dark Phoenix run, so you can't go wrong. Even if she does have the psycho eyes going on, so.
Yeah.
Emma's still dope. You gotta love her.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think one of the characters I really want to start collecting some keys for is Magic, man. I'm really, really drawn to that character lately. Obviously, I won't be able to get her first appearance, but
this is the most amount of fabric I've seen on Emma as of late.
Oh, yeah, that's it. This is definitely not her best cover. That's all I'm saying, because the way she's drawn now, my oh my,
it's
a little different.
Yeah, but all right, man. So that's 1980. Now we're gonna move forward, and there's no intermissions, guys. We're going straight, okay? So 1982, we have this year selected by Neighbor to the North, Spectacular Spider-Man issue 64. You got the first appearance of Cloak and the first appearance of Dagger. One that I also don't have in the PC. It's kind of shitty though. I feel like Cloak and Dagger never really got their chance within.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
They're so underrated.
Sorry?
They're so underrated. Cloak and Dagger.
I don't disagree. I mean, the way they were portrayed, dude.
Well, they could have worked on their names.
Yeah.
Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah.
Oh. But yeah, Comic.Dood, talk to me about this one, man.
Not a fan of this cover.
No.
But yeah, I actually don't own this on my PC, and like you said, they're very underrated characters, at least in my opinion, and yours, obviously. But
yeah,
it's not one I go hunting for, believe it or not.
Yeah, this whole slideshow is just letting me know that I need to collect more 80s books.
Well, we're getting to the 90s and up, bro.
Yeah, I don't have this one. And I can't lie and say that I'm actually looking for it. This is probably one of the things I'll probably pick up because it's a key first appearance, but it's nothing that's on the radar. And unfortunately, like what BC said, there's not a lot of love or attention given to Cloak and Dagger. So
yeah, they got the fucking really the
Good
short
end
end
of
of
the
the
stick.
stick. Yo, Azores, what's up, bro? Just want to say hi. Face, talk to us.
Yeah, Cloak and Dagger, like I said, they're really underrated. I feel like as characters, they don't get a lot of attention, even as far as kind of like street level characters, where they could really be used a lot more. And I think there's we saw Marvel try and do a series with them. I think what was it on Freeform or Hulu or something like that.
So this is what I was referencing. Like it's just I feel so bad. It was horrible.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I actually haven't seen it, but at least they were trying to do something with them. So, I mean, that's a good sign.
Yeah. Ozzy's dropping some knowledge, but I'm positive he owns them with that run he picked up.
Oh, yeah. No doubt.
Yeah, I agree, man. And like we were just referencing, the series was a dumpster fire, man.
Yeah, it's not one that I watched, but, like I said, at least they're trying to do something with them.
Yeah. But
who knows?
See,
Maybe,
now that we brought it up, I think if I do come across it, good price, I might grab it.
Wasn't
they're usually not too expensive.
Hold up. Wasn't Dan Delatorre doing a giveaway with this book, I believe? Or
I have no idea.
Yeah, I feel like he brought this book up as a giveaway for I can't remember which book. Yeah.
You may be right. I don't know.
Maybe he can confirm if he's looking around.
Yep. But all right, so moving on. We're going 1 year ahead, and it's one of the grails I hope to get this year. But this year was selected by Miguel and by 22 Comics. So you have the first appearance of Hobgoblin, but it's Roderick Kingsley. Don't mess it up. It ain't Ned. This came with tattoos that you should have never touched. Not only because you looked weird, but now you're getting a green label if you send this to CGC. Man, I think this is out of the ASM run. It's probably up there in the most iconic covers.
Yeah,
and I'm putting it up there even with ASM 50, man. Like, it's just, dude, it's been replicated many times. You see a lot of homage covers being done. It's just one that it really hits, man. It's one of my favorite covers. Not, I would say top 10. We'll say top 10, but out of the whole run. But yeah, man, this is a grail I hope to score before end of year, and I'm working on it. But yeah, man, guys, what's your take on this?
Wait,
this
BC, before you go, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
You said this was on your grill list, right?
Yeah.
If you came across like a really, really good deal, but there's no tattoos, would you take it?
Oh, man, I don't think so. I don't think so. Reason being is because I do want it slabbed. I do want it displayed. I do want it in its complete form. I have seen them for, they're significantly cheaper.
Proper green label
without the tattoos. But I know some people that have figured out a hack. Apparently, there's a Fantastic Four book that has a tattoo in it that is very cheap. So what they do is they just pull it out of there, slip it in here, and off to CGC it goes.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
I think people do.
Yeah, man.
No, this is my dumpster book. You guys all know this.
Literal.
What's that?
Literal.
It's my literal dumpster book. Yeah.
Does it have the tattoos?
It did not,
You
unfortunately.
use
But
the
hey,
fucking
I
tattoo.
got
Bro,
it.
you might want to talk to BC about that Fantastic
But yeah,
Four book.
explain the stories because some people probably don't
I got
know.
it for free. I have a friend who's works as garbage man, and he knows I collect comics. And every once in a while, he'll hit me up and drop off a stack of comics he finds.
Yeah.
And I think it was around last year this time or something like that. He dropped off a stack of books, and the very bottom book was this book.
Yeah.
So it's quite beat up, but hey, I have it. So I really can't complain,
Well, I have a ton of Power Rangers, sir. Would you like to trade?
Don't tempt me.
Man.
But it doesn't have the tattoos.
It's okay.
Well, listen,
Michelle,
I got a Fantastic Four 152.
Oh, so he's gonna swap it out.
Oh, 3-way trade. Let's go.
Fuck.
Yeah, I don't have this book, and at the prices that it's going for, it's a bit too rich for my blood for the high grade. I'm not like yeah, I agree with BC. This is definitely one of those covers that is iconic and it is swipe. But I don't have the same because I think BC is more of an ASM fan than I am. So this is one of those books that, listen, if stranger things have happened, and if a deal comes by, I'll grab it. But I'm not actively looking for this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, sorry, it's 252. Yeah, he corrected it down there, 252.
Dope.
For the Fantastic Four book.
Yes, that is correct, and it's It's sideways. The cover.
Kyle, what's up, dude?
Yep. There you go, Michael Bay. Shit.
Face, where you at with this book?
Forgot. Oh, speaking of Muppets, man, hang tight, bro. We have a book for you, Kyle. Stick around.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's an iconic cover. Everybody, knows this one. As soon as they see it, you know what issue this is.
Oh yeah.
It's a grail for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Some people, I guess, I don't know. It kind of fits in that price range, or I guess for some people it's sort of in between being a grail or, just a key book or whatever. But regardless of how you view it, man, you can't go wrong with Amazing Spider-Man. I don't know that they'll necessarily bring in Roger Kingsley in the MCU, but hopefully we'll see a cool version of Hobgoblin at some point. Like, I would just like to see a dope version of him at some point in live action.
And that cover, though.
Yeah, it is dope. With him ripping Spider-Man in half like that. Like, that's sick.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Like I said, for me, it's one of those iconic ASM covers, man. I think it's up there, at least top 10. But
by the way, speaking of ASM, would you believe that I just saw No Way Home yesterday?
For the first time?
No way.
Yeah.
How are you even a YouTuber?
Because here's the thing, like I said, with the whole COVID thing, I missed out on the theater release, and I know that we just got our stuff open and all that, but at that point, I'm like, let me just wait until I can, it comes out digitally. So
what do you think?
And the quality is badass, right? 4K.
It was okay. So here's the thing. I'm just gonna give my quick thoughts on it. It was a good movie. I don't know. Maybe I was expecting a bit more.
My God.
I would give it maybe an 8 on 10.
Okay, it's a fair grade.
It's a fair grade.
Yeah, I won't get mad at you this time. But I'm happy you saw it. Moving on, though.
Yeah.
I'm going to say bye to this one for now. Hopefully, I'll say hi to it again before the end of the year. But 1985. This year was selected by Rapid Kyle.
We're turning this franchise around now.
Yep, we are. Uncanny X-Men 191. First appearance of Nimrod. Dude, I always saw this book in the fucking, at most, $2 bins. I picked this up for $2, and now I'm starting to see it climb again. Well, not climb again. It's just climbing. And I assume it's because everyone's just trying to pick up anything that has first tied to X-Men. Do you guys have any further information as to why this started to pick up? Because I did not know it picked up until we said we are going to 1985 and let's see what books dropped. Man, I had no idea.
Well, if I had to guess, it would probably have to do with the current run and what's going on there.
Okay.
I think it's definitely because of that. Because when I was reading the whole House of X, Powers of X series, I remember this book in particular. Because here's the thing, just like UBC, I found this book also for $2 because a guy was selling the short box, a long box, and he was just putting $2 books, and this was 3 years ago. So I was just picking out all the Uncanny X-Men. So this happened to be one of them.
Yeah.
And I remember this book for the longest time. It was a nothing book until Nimrod appeared in that whole House of X series. So that's probably the series that kind of definitely gained this book some attention. And he is a pretty cool character, actually. When you actually read, he's a pretty formidable foe. Especially with the way they reintroduced him back into the current Hickman run. Now, truthfully, I've been a bit behind on the X stuff as of late. I kind of dropped off a lot of the X titles because I was kind of getting a bit fatigued with the whole Krakoa stuff. So I'm not sure where he is currently right now in the whole X status, but I remember at the time when I read him, like when they reintroduced him, he was pretty badass.
I find X-Men titles are comparable to Batman titles in DC. There's just a new series coming out every other week. And it gets tough to keep up with. So, I haven't been reading X-Men lately.
Oh, Dan apparently picked it up at whatever the price was back in the day with Steve Bradley. Look at you guys, man.
Yeah, I mean, Nimrod, when he was first introduced and initially they used him and everything like that. So he was supposed to be like this badass version of the Sentinel that was, hugely upgraded or whatever.
Yep.
Both like the ultimate Sentinel or whatever. But then every time he would have a run-in with the X-Men, for the most part, he was getting housed. So he was kind of lame for the longest time. And it was really when they brought him back in House of X where he kind of stood out and sort of started to take off and become interesting as a character. Like whenever in House of X, when he has that fight with Apocalypse and just fucking destroys him, like it's pretty dope. So
yeah,
I think that's kind of contributed to why you're seeing the spikes and the interest in the character. It's one, he's a character that we probably see him whenever they start doing, live action mutant stuff. Eventually, I feel like Nimrod will probably show up because they're going to use the Sentinels. So,
yep.
Yo, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't he introduced in the animated series during that storyline when Bishop goes back in time?
Yeah.
You're talking about in the cartoon?
Yeah, in the cartoon. Wasn't Nimrod actually in those episodes? I thought so. Okay.
Just want to take a quick second. Yo, I want to say hi to my brother out west, man. Steve, hip hop and me. Dude, Team Nerd Herd, guys. Go catch him at 9 right after Kingpins, man. They're going to be talking anime and all that good stuff. But
and I think they have their cover lover at 9:30, I believe.
Oh, really?
Is it today? Because I know I shared their story, but I'm thinking it's today. Their cover lover.
I always see that good anime stuff at 9 o'clock, bro. But yeah, man. If Hyper is right, let us know.
If
big if.
I'm lucky I remember when our show is. Shit.
And sometimes we don't even remember. But all right.
Always late.
Sorry?
That's why we're always late.
Yeah,
okay, so Steve confirmed it is true.
There you go. All right. Moving on. 1987, guys. This year was selected by Tim and by Michael Baker. So we're putting up Batman 405. This is part 2 of year 1. This is some Frank Miller goodness, guys. First appearance of Sarah Essen, who later becomes the wife of James Gordon in his second marriage. So within this issue, you could already see a fling starting. He obviously ends up having an affair and she moves out of town. Long story, but they end up getting married. So we just figured this would be a good book to put up out of 1987. Now
he's not even looking at the screen because it's at DC. Dude is like, dude, check it out.
What do you? I just said Batman. It comes out with a new title every other week. I don't know what you
didn't even acknowledge. You didn't even acknowledge the slide.
I don't even know what you guys want me to say about Batman. He's very. I don't know, man. He's overrated, dude.
Look at him trying to put thoughts together.
Wow.
You call Batman overrated. Hate me if you want, man, but he's overrated. Come on, like.
Listen, for everyone about to unsub, there are some of us that love Batman.
Yes, I don't know if newbies in the chat, but he's like Iron Man, bro. He's just super rich.
But guys, cut Comic.Dood some slack, and I'll tell you why.
It's not his fault he can't read.
You're not wrong, bro. No.
That's perfect.
But no, it personally, if we're talking about first appearances of second marriages and stuff like that, it's I'm gonna pass on that. But again, with my comparisons like Batman, Iron Man, all that stuff, I'm just not a big fan.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So
fair enough.
Again, coincidentally, this was another book that, I think 2 weeks ago, I was close to pulling the trigger on and getting the 4-issue set because I've seen this book around, but I wanted to get the high grade versions. I didn't pull the trigger because the guy was selling it for a price I didn't really agree with. I read year one, and I know a lot of people would say that that is the definitive origin of Batman, and I would agree.
Yeah.
It's pretty much like him starting out like and all that. So it's definitely a 4-issue run that I would definitely. It's a brisk read, but it's definitely one that I would definitely recommend if you're a Batman fan. So I would be picking this. Honestly, I didn't really care so much about whatever first appearances were in this 4-issue run. I was just picking it up just because I just wanted those single 4 issues just as a Batman fan. So as a character, the Sarah Essen, I don't know. I can't see this having any legs really. It's just more of just that whole 4-issue run is what I'm looking at.
For sure, man. And before we move on to Face, there's a question for you, bro. I know you saw it.
I was hoping you weren't going to see that. I can't remember. I know I was talking with my wife about this a while back, but I can't. Yeah, but I can't remember if I was talking to any of you guys about this or if it was on a show. But me and my wife were debating about this a while back. If I were to pick Batman or Iron Man, and originally I had said Batman. But now that I think about it some more, I'd have to go Iron Man because at least he's got different suits. Batman does too, but he's just cooler in general.
Yo, Batman has different suits.
Yo, exactly.
Dude, what's their superpower? They're super rich. It's because of their suits and their gadgets.
Dude, he had the.
So you're just saying Iron Man has the cooler suits and gadgets is what you're saying.
Dude, I couldn't care for either of them, honestly.
But you gotta pick one. That was the question.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I'm breaking it down myself here. Originally, I'd went Batman, but I'd have to go Iron Man, I think, then.
I can't believe.
But don't tell Newbie, eh?
But I can already.
This is like a taller
22
Newbie.
comics. Don't tell either of them.
Tomorrow morning, he's gonna be like having morning coffee with his wife. He's gonna be like, "Babe, I really think I like Iron Man." But
Marvel over DC, so.
Chef, in 1987, the man was watching TMNT, He-Man, Transformers, G.I. Joe. Good old days. I only experienced that a few years after that, but man, those classic cartoons, man. All right.
I mean, wow, this is some classic.
You got face speechless, dude.
Yeah,
you guys are causing me to drink.
YouTube
yeah, you've been brainwashed.
As far as books,
sorry to disappoint, guys.
Right?
This is why I drink.
Yeah, we'll say that you
I'm drinking.
On that one.
Sarah Essen is a minor character. I think she was probably more important in the Gotham TV show than anything really.
Yeah.
But the year one story is a fantastic story. It's a great run. Frank Miller knocked it out of the park with that one. I do have concerns with the cover on this though. What is the pose that he's got going on there? And
it's like when you're about to unrobe yourself and show your balls.
I was just gonna say
it looks like the Hulk Hogan flex maybe. Yeah,
no idea, but dude, it's funny you say that.
It's very stiff,
Yeah, a lot of people comment on the artwork on the interior, saying that it was meh. I find it to be okay as well. I don't think it's the best art either, but
while we're at it,
Batman looked like he's about to sell some fake Rolexes underneath that cape.
Right. He's about to flash someone. Yeah, he's gonna flash someone.
Yeah.
That's what I said. He's gonna show his balls.
So can I pose the question to all of you guys too?
Sure.
Yes, sure.
Batman or Iron Man?
I don't even know why we're even asking this. I'll answer with my eyes closed. Batman.
Oh, you need your eyes open?
Yeah, I'd go Batman over Iron Man. Yeah.
Face?
Huh. All right, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I would go Iron Man.
Yeah.
What's
Bye,
going
Hyper.
No, so they actually did some kind of fucking analysis or something like that, and I guess Iron Man actually has more money, so
wow.
I don't know, but apparently he's the one that has more money.
Well, yeah, okay.
Got more superpowers than Batman then.
Yeah, I get it.
Batman's taken down a god.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, fuck this shit.
I'm in it for the money, though. I'm gonna be honest. That's all that matters to me.
All All right, next book. We're moving on to 1988. We got Alf #1.
So for you, Kyle.
This year was picked by Miguel and Pacino. This is the first appearance of Alf in comics, and we figured it's very fitting given that Pacino picked this and he somewhat looks like Alf. But anyways.
Wow.
I'm kidding. He doesn't look like that one bit, but yeah, man. Alf 1, man. This is a thing. People are gunning for this. Do you guys have this?
No.
Believe it or not, dude, when I first started collecting comics, I was just looking for everything, for my childhood, and just that brought back some nostalgia, right? And at one point, I was looking for this, and then I just stopped. Yeah. So no, I don't own it at all. But I actually knew a guy named Alf once, so fuck, might as well go look for it.
You knew a dude named Alf?
Dude, yeah. I was actually telling my buddy Kyle, who's in the chats there today, about that. I knew a guy named Alf.
Wow.
He's quite the character.
I bet he was.
Yeah.
Pacino, we love you, bro. We love you.
Oh, he's in the chat.
That's why I said it. But yeah, man. Hype, do you have this?
No, I do remember seeing this on TV though. When it was actually airing. So yeah. I don't have this book though. Question though, is this even? I know that him humping a seal is always the book that people talk about. Is this is this of any value? Like, just curious.
I'm searching right now.
For Alf 1,
a little bit.
Dude, a 9.2 just sold for $73 plus $34 shipping.
There you go, guys. Listen, if you're an Alf fan, and if that seal cover is out of your range, this is the second best thing.
Dude, a 9.8 sold on March 8th for $336.
So guys, maybe stick to the 9.2. I don't know.
Yep.
Right? Yeah, the seal cover is the one you want to get if you're an Alf fan.
Nostalgia gets people, bro.
I don't think there's much more to say, but it was just fun to bring up. But Face, is there anything you want to add?
I don't even remember why I picked this. I was probably high.
Yep. Well, not much has changed since then. So that
right? It's in the same situation.
Moving on, man.
That's good.
1988, the serious book, Amazing Spider-Man 298, man. So, Pacino, it was just we were bugging you, but we know you're a big fan of this book. First cameo appearance of Venom. First Todd McFarlane cover on ASM, but a lot of people tend to say that 298, 299 should be, and I don't disagree on the 299 part for first appearance of Venom. But that's the whole Hulk 180, 181 shenanigans all over again, and I don't want to get into that. But for the sake that it's the first Todd McFarlane cover on ASM, I think this is a gem to own. I love it. I hope to find a good copy, because I would love for him to sign this.
I'm sure you guys are expecting this because I'm the black sheep of the group, but I'm not the biggest fan of the cover.
What the fuck are you the fan of?
Seriously,
I wasn't gonna say it. I wasn't gonna say it. Face is the one that said it.
Yeah, you guys, I expect this by now. But no, it wouldn't be a bad comic to own, especially if you find it out in the wild. Pick it up. But as
it's up there.
For the cover itself, man, I couldn't care for it. So,
I get it.
But yeah, no. If you're a fan of Venom, definitely go after it for sure.
I feel like we're playing good.
Come on, the Todd father, guys.
We're playing good cop, bad cop usually in these scenarios. It's like, so I'm gonna try to give this cover some love now. Listen, just the fact that it's his first ASM cover, that in and of itself is already an appealing book to me. I mean, I am trying to grab like the trilogy 298, 299, and 300. Like the way I do is I try to work my way back. I got 300, so I'm still on the hunt for 298 and 299 because there's always that argument that 299 should be considered. Yeah. We're not going to get into that, but this is one of those books that I definitely have seen at shops, walls and all that, because they're not that expensive.
But it's still raw, about like $100 Canadian.
Yeah. But I mean, considering how some of these other keys are going for, like in the grand scheme of things, I wouldn't say it's too expensive. But yeah, like Azor said, if I was to get one, I'd want to get one in a high grade. There's
Yeah,
certain
man.
books.
And yo, I think it would look awesome with a signature from Todd McFarlane.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain books I would settle for like mid to low, but this is one of those books, especially with that white cover and all that. I'd rather, because that's when you'll see all the dirt and all that. So I'd rather get something nice, high grade, clean copy.
Why is it never like Dude said? No, I'm just kidding.
What?
But
says, you guys never agree with me. No, I'm just fucking.
Technically, you're always in a disagreement with
always,
us. That's
man.
really what's happening.
Somebody's got to be the devil's advocate. So.
But it's always good to get a different perspective.
Absolutely.
So that's why we love you to death. But Ozzy is saying that he appreciates this cover in a high grade over 300. Now that's speaking volumes, man, because it's a beast with that white cover, and I agree, bro. The white cover is beautiful. It's hard to say that. I don't know, man. If I had to pick between,
I can't. I respectfully will have to disagree. I still find that 300 takes the cake in terms of the better cover.
But we do agree that the 300 fucking homage covers have been overdone, and they need to stop.
Dude, when I started seeing Juggernaut doing that pose, I'm like,
yeah,
I'm done. Like I said, I made a joke. I want to see one day when Professor Xavier does it with his wheelchair.
Yes. Oh my god, that would be fucking. It should be like a off of the ramp.
He's gonna be falling off his wheelchair, and the wheelchair just gonna be still on the cover.
Yeah, but dude, jokes aside, they actually have one for Twig. Twig is.
I saw that.
I have no fucking idea why they did that. But anyways, moving on.
Yeah, they could be done with the 300 homage. I mean, for a while at least. This one is a tough one in high grade, obviously with that white background, like you guys have all said. The trifecta is, it's a grail for the PC, especially if you put together the whole set, like Hyper's trying to do. I'm trying to do. I think BC. I think this is on your list. Yes. And apparently, it's probably not on Dude's list, but
yeah.
Oops.
But
Roscoe,
Venom.
no, ain't kidding. Sorry.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And Baker, give it a couple weeks. I'm sure I'll be on the road again.
Yeah. But Roscoe, I'll send it to you. If you don't find it prior, I'll DM it to you. It's so weird. But I almost got one. Damn, I wish I did. I hope you're not talking about Twig, bro. But all right, moving on to the next one, guys. We're moving to 1990. This book keeps coming back, bro. New Mutants 87. Year selected by Johnny Dakota, man. First appearance of Cable, Strife, and the Mutant Liberation Front. I still think this book is totally undervalued. I don't know. Maybe people will disagree with me. Hold on. Who just said they agreed? Was that Comic.Dood?
Yeah, brother.
Bro, I am beside myself. But yeah, no, dude, it really is. Even the second print, man. The second print, I see. I have one. It's like the gold foil type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, super cheap, man. You can get them for peanuts. Cable is a dope character. I loved Cable. Again, he's out of the 90s, right? He's kind of tacky and weird out the gate, but great character. I
big
just
muscles,
like I said,
big guns.
Sorry,
big muscles, big guns.
That's the way, baby.
It's 90s, bro.
That's the way, baby. But yeah, man, I think it is undervalued. Do you guys have one?
I do not have one, but like you said, he's very undervalued, and it's definitely something that I keep my eye out for. It's not on my grail list or anything like that, but if I find it for a good price, I'll definitely pick it up because Cable's sick, man, and I honestly don't think they did him justice in Deadpool at all. Yep. I think they could have done better with that.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have this one. I'm actually looking for this one mainly because, just like my Claremont run, I'm also low-key trying to find first appearances of like the Summers family tree, aside from obviously the most expensive one is Scott Summers X-Men 1.
Yeah.
But the other first appearance, because I got Hope Summers and some Rachel Summers I may have, but New Mutants 87 I don't have. And you're right, I saw the second print for as low as almost $20, I think.
Yes, that's
Less-
exactly what I paid for it. So
Yeah,
it's a 98.
Considering how much second prints have been going for lately, I'm actually surprised this one didn't. But then again, it seems like these 90 second print don't seem to be catching much wave as like the modern second prints.
No.
Yeah, look, I'll be honest with you guys before we even move forward. But like dipping through the years in the 90s, there was a lot of. It was hard to even find some of the good books, man. 90s gets rough around 95, man. But yeah.
Well, also even New Mutants itself wasn't exactly like it was a bit of a rough read, to be honest.
Yeah, but I do want to point out who was it that said it was Michael Baker, where he's like one of the biggest books of his childhood, way bigger than New Mutants 98. Now
I believe that.
Yeah, here I am hunting New Mutants 98, which I may have scored. I will talk about that another time. But
because Deadpool was not really. He was introduced in the 90s, but he didn't really get that much popular until much later on. Whereas Cable had a bit more because he was introduced in the animated series and all that. So he was a bit more of a household name way before Deadpool was.
Absolutely.
Ozzy, there you go, man. Yo, this guy has him. If it's first print, let me know, bro. But yeah, man. Ozzy keeps posting his books on the wrong page. I told him he's got to post them on the for sale page.
Yeah, this is. I think it was one that I used to have in my PC, like whenever I was collecting, like when I was a kid, before, I had lost everything in a fire. Yeah. So I haven't actually replaced the first print yet, but I got the second print, and I actually like it better. I mean, the gold background just makes it, I think, look better. But Cable, yeah, he was the big one when we were kids, more so than Deadpool was or anything. Between probably him and Bishop, that was like the two big characters when we were young to be introduced and really take off and resonate with people. So yeah, the pouches, man, that's where it was at. So
yeah. All right. Well, it looks like Ozzy may have made some sales here. He's got. So hit him up. But year selected by Johnny Dakota. So thank you for that one. Now moving on. Still within the 90s, West Coast Avengers 56, guys. First cover appearance of Dark Scarlet Witch, Wanda Maximoff. This book fucking went from zero to hero, like super fast, with everything that happened with Scarlet Witch. But man, I think everybody here, whether you're on this panel or whether you're in the chat or you're catching the replay, I'm positive you passed on this book 1,000 times in the dollar bin.
Yeah,
like it's just insane.
And I was just gonna say that too, man. These were in the dollar bins for forever, bro.
Yeah,
this whole run.
Yeah.
But
yeah, they're definitely hard to come by now, especially with the Doctor Strange trailer being out and speculation, of course. Yeah. So I don't know if they're still out there, honestly.
Okay, thank goodness. I was hoping Dude wasn't gonna shit on this book because I have like 3 copies of this.
No, it's a fucking terrible book, right? Okay, guys.
Yeah, listen.
He's on the Ajax too.
Miguel made it.
On the board.
I remember because I think I saw this for like cover price, and I was thinking of pulling the trigger, and then this was right around WandaVision, like when that episode came out. I don't remember which one. I remember that same book that I was looking at sold out, and within a matter of days, it was selling for like $30-$40 on eBay. Now it's cooled down a bit. Because such is the case with these kind of minor keys, and I'm pretty sure once the whole multiverse Doctor Strange movie comes out in May, you're gonna see this take another wave. So this is one of those books that's gonna come in highs and lows. So if you're looking for this right now, maybe I don't know what the current prices are, but I would think that since we're getting closer to the movie, it might not be the best time to grab it.
No, for sure. And if I'm not mistaken, the actual first appearance of her,
it's a few issues earlier. I think
it's the one right before.
It's one before, right? Yeah. This is just more because of it's the cover appearance. Exactly.
It's just what the market has decided, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
But latest sale was $29.99.
That's still not bad for a book that, like I said, for the longest time was like a lot of these, that whole West Coast Avengers run. I remember my LCS was selling the whole run
Yeah.
For like $200, and there's like at least 60 issues, I think, in that. No, actually, there's more. Because it went up to 90 something, so actually it comes out to like less than probably like $2 an issue when he sold that run. Now, that White Vision alone almost makes up half the value of that.
So, quick question: judging by this cover, now, dude, pay attention because you had some comments earlier. Face, get ready. Now, if you had to pick an angry, pissed off woman on that cover, Emma Frost or Scarlet Witch, which one you grabbing?
Bro, Emma Frost, dude, is she gonna lock you up, dude?
There you go.
She gonna keep you in a dark room tied up, man. Yeah,
Okay.
Emma Frost
Whoa, hey.
That's scary, bro. Whoa, hey, bro.
Wait,
I'm just speaking the
you
truth.
say Emma Frost is the one that you would avoid, or that the one that you pick over the two?
Oh, depends how you look at it.
Well, now he's talking about being tied up, so I think he went to Emma Frost.
Listen, I ain't messing with Wanda just because she deals with black magic. So that's nothing to mess around with.
I guess that's valid reasoning.
And I'm from Canada. I can deal with Frost.
I'm from Canada.
I mean, I'm going with Emma. So I like Emma.
I just want to give a quick shout out to Lux as well. Welcome, buddy. And Marvel. What's up, bud?
Marvel. My boy.
So Dark Scarlet Witch, yeah, she's one that's probably on the rise right now. A lot of people think she's going to be possibly showing up in Doctor Strange too. Like you guys mentioned, maybe. Who knows? I don't know. She might show up after that. There's still potential there, because they're doing some more projects with her down the road. But even if she does, it's kind of one of those things where, and I think BC, you were the one that originally brought it up, the White Vision book. It's kind of like that, sort of like, it'll get a spike or whatever, even if, she does show up, but it's not going to be probably anything that holds, the high values that are in the long run. That White Vision book has come down a lot from its peak for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Just one quick question I want to bring up. Steve Bradley is like, did you guys ever wonder why John Byrne does not do CGC signings? No YouTuber ever mentions this. To be honest with you, I hope he doesn't, and I hope they stop with fucking signings for a little bit, because my books have been there for goddamn long time. But
he probably just doesn't want to see hair in his CGC on those CGC cases on his books.
Yeah, but I really don't know. I've never paid attention to the fact as to why he doesn't do it. Maybe
there's a couple of. I know that Jim Starlin stopped. I don't know if he went back on his word, but I know that for a while he also stopped doing CGC signings as well. There's a couple of guys that kind of
had a CGC sign.
I'm sure some people just aren't into it, man. Like, you can't blame some people just for not wanting that to be a part of their life. They want to create characters, do write comics and whatnot, but like
they're like the Comic.Dood of the signing community. I ain't doing this shit.
No, but for Starlin, Starlin had stopped for a while, but I think it was due mostly to health issues. He actually just had a signing not too long ago.
Okay.
As far as John Byrne, and Wesley kind of mentioned this in chat, I think it's more that he doesn't really do a whole lot of public appearances.
Exactly.
Just kind of who he is.
Yeah.
It's like Face, but
right, exactly.
But guys, moving on, we have 1991, year selected by a neighbor to the north. Marvel Comics presents issue 72, Origin of Wolverine, Weapon X, and this continues all the way through to issue 84. Again, a book that was relatively low. It's continued to pick up, and I do think it'll get another wave. I think this will hit again, especially with everything happening within the MCU. But I've been low key looking for a high grade copy of this, and they're still affordable. But it's just I always tell myself, yeah, but BC, you're gonna spend $200, and then you're taking $200 away from that Grail. So this one ends up on the back burner, but I think this one has potential.
Dude, these were dollar bin books all day.
$200 for what?
What's that?
$200 for what?
I never said $200. I said these
no,
were
BC was saying $200
for this in a 9.8.
Oh, okay.
I think it's actually, dude. I think it's actually more than $200 at this point for 98.
Yeah, I think it's a little more than that now, but like I said though, like up until recently, man, these were dollar bin books. Like I've overlooked these so many times, and then they just they shot right up, and I don't really get it.
Oh man. Okay, so Marvell actually sent photos today that he found one, and he didn't get it for me, so I am gonna have a BF. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, were you serious? But yeah, it like you said, it runs right through to 84. So it's you want the origin, man, you're gonna have to pick up a few of them. So,
Hey, look at that. Steve Bradley saying that Jim Starlin has a signing going on right now. Let's see. So there you have it.
There we go.
Okay. But I remember like that there was I know that Face mentioned a health issue, but I know there was some controversy as well with CGC and Starlin at one point.
Oh, okay.
When I got back into collecting, like in 2018 or 2019, I heard about this.
Man.
Yeah. But dude, were you done with your point?
Yeah. I was just saying these are dollar bin books all day. You know, everybody overlooked these for the most part, and now you're probably kicking yourself in the ass.
I am,
but
you must be pretty limber to kick yourself in the ass
these days. What's that?
I say you must be pretty limber to kick yourself in the ass.
Dude, you'd be surprised. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I wouldn't pay these kind of prices out today for this book. If that's just me. Yeah, I'm not anymore.
No, I'm just picturing dude kicking himself in the ass.
Backwards.
Listen, as a Wolverine fan, obviously these were some of the books that I was hunting because we always talk about next best thing, and this is what was always like on the checklist of some of the Wolverine books that I wanted to pick up. So thankfully, I did grab it over the summer.
Yeah.
At a price that was much lower than what it was selling for at the time. So, this book has dropped a bit, but I do feel, like I said, once, obviously, like his first and Cameo, they're already out of reach, and you're gonna see some of these other books like the Hulk 340 and some of his early Uncanny X-Men appearances. When those start going up in price, these are going to be those books that people are going to look to, if you're like a Wolverine collector. So,
yeah.
What's that?
Sorry, I was going to say, I think that like looking at 72, because 72 is a wraparound cover, right? And I mean, whatever for the back end of this issue, but I find 79 out of all the Origin books to probably be the nicest.
Is that the one with him with the helmet on it?
Yeah, I just fucking love that cover so much.
Yeah, that's a lot less expensive than this one for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely grab this on the dip. I don't know if I'm sure it's definitely going down in price, but yeah, I could definitely see this going up whenever Wolverine comes up.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going down too much. I mean, it might be a little bit. I guess it did spike a good bit there for a while, but yeah, it's probably going to stay on a steady rise until he ends up showing up, because you guys said the bigger keys 180 181 are out of most people's price range, and the ones right behind that, his first solo, his first ongoing, they're starting to get up there too. So people, start looking in other directions.
Yeah.
This is it's his first Origin, I guess. So I guess it's not really, I don't know. There's a lot of it that's been retconned and everything, but it still stands. It's still desirable. Pretty good cover. The whole run. There was actually a lot of good covers in that run, to be honest.
Yeah.
And it's a good story. So. And
I think Ozzy just made that point that all the issues had a wraparound of that whole arc. There is one thing before we move to the next slide, because I read this last week. I don't hear a lot of people talking about this run, but there is a six issue run called Origin.
Yes, I have it.
Yeah, it's actually a really good read. Yep. It really goes back into the childhood of Wolverine. Like, this is more of the Weapon X formation, but this goes back way. This is almost like if you guys remember, I know you guys want to forget this, the movie Wolverine Origins. Remember the first part of that movie when they deal with his
the weapon stuff.
That scene takes a lot from this book, I find.
Oh wow.
So it's definitely
Worth the read.
It's a 6-issue read. And it's fairly cheap at the moment to grab. But if you're a Wolverine fan, I would definitely recommend it as a read.
Okay.
How many origins do we have now?
But I think they almost consider that as is definitive, that 6th issue.
Okay. Well, moving on to the next one, boys. You ready?
Let's go.
92, baby. ASM 360. Now, we won't shed too much light on this one. Comic Aussie picked the year 1992, but this is the second cameo appearance of Carnage, although some would argue it's his first. He does say his name within this one. I did see this one spike up when the movie Venom was coming out with, Let There Be Carnage. But then after that, it's come down just a little bit.
I'm honestly surprised it didn't go higher than it did.
Yeah.
I thought it would go higher. Yeah.
I will always say that it was a dumpster fire, man.
I haven't even watched it.
It was trash.
So many bad reviews on it that I haven't even watched.
All I gotta say is I have zero faith with Sony and anything they're doing comic related, to the point where fucking Morbius is getting shit on.
You're not gonna go see it
literally,
in theaters?
And it's now going to be an April Fool's joke. It's literally coming out on April Fool's, bro. So
yeah,
that's all I'm saying. You guys have this. I have this one. Super big fan of the whole Carnage stuff. 361 obviously is the one to have, and which I'm very grateful for to have. But yeah, man, what's your take?
You got Tim pretty fired up right now, eh? He's got a good batting average now.
He's on fire, man. Steve Bradley, yo, we appreciate that, bro. Thank you.
Thank you, bro. But like I said, I honestly thought it would jump up a little higher. Pretty sure the prices for this was just going like around $25-$30 is what I was seeing average for a raw copy. But I honestly thought it'd be a little bit more expensive, and I'm surprised it wasn't. But after all the bad reviews I've heard of the movie, man, it doesn't really shock me. But I'm going to have to watch it for myself to make that final decision. Yeah. And I'm kind of scared to now.
Best of luck, bro.
Is it that bad, dude?
It's okay.
Look, as someone who is a Venom fan and who was actually an apologist for the first Venom movie, I was one of the people in the camp that did say that I did enjoy that first Venom movie. I will tell you right now. Yeah, I agree with BC. I can't really... It's like you try to find the good in something, and it's very hard to find the good. Yeah, listen, the only thing that it has going for it is it's less than 90 minutes. So you at least... It's not a complete... Like, you're not...
You only 3 hours of your life.
2 hours of your day, right? So
yeah,
you have that at least. The only thing I could think of why this book isn't even higher is probably the cover. Honestly, I think the cover kind of kills it. It's too much going on.
It feels like a $2 book when you look at the cover.
It just feels it feels like one of those filler ASM runs, like issues that that's like those that you should be able to find like in a short box or something. So
I feel you.
I do have actually the Carnage arc, which was 361, 362, 363. I don't have this one. But this is not a book that I would pay like even 30, 40. Like this would be something that I would pick up if I got a steal on, but it's not something that I would pay premium bucks on.
Yeah. Just want to put it out there. Steve Bradley, I don't know how you see it on your end. Maybe you're on a phone or whatnot. It's up here. The numbers are up there. If it's too small, we'll work on it. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I grabbed the whole Carnage run because I love the character. It's probably not a horrible time to look for Carnage issues because they are on kind of a dip right now after the movie being as bad as it was. So you could probably find them for a decent price. They're still up in price from what they were before the movie.
Yeah,
which isn't really surprising. Everything's kind of been rising in comics, so yeah, it's no surprise they would definitely increase too. Carnage is a great character. He's gonna be a fixture in the Spider-Man universe. I would be interested to see if eventually they do somehow transition like Venom and Carnage and some of those type of characters over into the MCU somehow. Not with the Sony versions, of course, with their own versions.
I almost
happen, but
I almost feel like with what we got as the bonus scene within No Way Home and now Hyperside, it's pretty much guaranteed we're going to be getting our own MCU version of Black Suit Spider-Man and Venom. I could only imagine the rest will follow. But yeah, I agree, man. I'd be super excited to see that. And
it's an interesting situation, though. Yeah, I think Sony's going to still keep Sony's still going to keep pumping out these movies, even though they are shit.
I don't know.
It'll let them hold on to the rights for the Spider-Man stuff. They'll still.
I don't want to get into it because we don't have forever. But I just want to say that if the numbers are going to speak volumes, I think Sony will acknowledge at some point. There's also another way that Marvel could get their rights back is if Sony does sell. So don't forget that too.
I don't know, man. Sony made a lot of money off of No Way Home for doing a whole lot of fucking nothing.
There was a lot of rumors of Apple wanting to buy Sony. That's all. I don't know.
Apple's doing pretty good with their some of their shows on their
streaming service.
Streaming service. I just want to address a question that Pacino had. Yes, the trade paperback of that 6th issue does have the hand with the bone claws.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. Moving on to the next one. Still within the same stuff. Venom, Lethal Protector 2, 1993. This year was selected by Pacino, and it's only fitting because I know he loves Venom. And if I'm not mistaken, I think he even owns a T-shirt of this cover. But this is the first team appearance of the Jury, which consists of Bomb Blast, Sentry, Screech, Firearm, Ramshot. This is probably the lesser of the most, I don't want to say like important books within the run. I think the ones that no one really cares about is issue 3. No, not 3. Sorry, is it 4? I can't remember.
But, you're talking about the first appearance of like Agony and those.
I mean, there was only 5 issues, 4 issues.
Yeah, but there's
6 issues.
Yeah, there's only one issue with absolutely zero significance. Now, I know that issue 5 has the first appearance of all of those guys. Issue 4 is Scream, if I'm not mistaken. So
4 and 5, are keys.
So it would be issue 3. Everyone obviously it picks up 1, 4, 5, and then I would say they go to 2, and then 3 is just to fill the run. But
I think 6 is also a filler.
Yeah,
I don't think there's nothing happening in 6 either.
But anyways, this book, I mean, I enjoyed the whole Lethal Protector read. This is Venom to me. You know what I mean? A lot of the things that we've gotten within Venom throughout time just fucking stank. So when I see these books, it's just I can't help but be drawn to it. Venom's been always one of my favorite characters, so it's an automatic. Yes, this is in the PC. If I'm not mistaken, I have 2 copies. But what about you guys?
I'm actually a fan of the cover. I've always liked the cover itself. And haven't we seen the Jury just reappear? Did they not just reappear in the series?
Was it in the new Lethal Protector series or?
No, just in
they were in the Venom run.
The new Venom run, yeah.
Okay. Oh,
you
yes,
see them in the background in the tubes there, right? I mean, they're talking about the Jury.
Yeah.
But I'm a fan of the cover, but I actually don't own it, and I definitely wouldn't pay a surplus for it. That's for sure.
Yeah. I do remember Keys talking about that.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly why I remember.
Yeah.
Key issues.
Yep.
He broke it down pretty well in terms of.
Yeah, he's good with that kind of shit, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yo, Pacino, congrats. He actually got it. Look at you. You picked the year. You have a newsstand. You got a 9/8. Congrats, bro.
No wonder he picked this book. Yeah, listen. This was actually, like, as a Venom fan, this was actually one of the first Venom runs I read. I love it for probably the reasons why some people might not like this. I just liked it for that whole cheesy 90s action and dialogue. One of the lines, I mean, people don't remember this, but one of the lines that still resonates with me is like when he's like, "You can't go up against him. That Eddie Brock has Olympic level strength." Like, who talks like that?
Yeah.
So it says that whole cheesy 90s stuff that, you know, it's reminiscent. So, yeah, I have all 6 issues, and I also have the trade paperback.
Nice.
So.
Well,
go ahead, BC. I know
Sorry?
you got something to say. Go ahead, BC. I know you got something to say real quick.
I don't.
Hello?
I thought that you see.
What happened?
I thought you had something you was gonna interject.
No, I'm good. It's all you, bro.
All right, my bad. So yeah, the jury, they didn't really take off very much whenever they first got introduced. They just brought them back as I think Dude mentioned in the Venom run. I don't know if it's the exact same iteration, so we'll see what they're gonna do with them. Maybe they'll have a future. Who knows? But the Lethal Protector run, it was cheesy 90s, typical. I don't know how to even explain it, just typical 90s. But it's a fun read for that nostalgia vibe. So
yeah.
I will say though, when you flash this slide, I had a newbie moment where I misread the first word. I thought you put Bumbaclot and Sentry.
Bumbaclot!
Everything I read. Listen.
That's awesome.
I agree
just
with
saw the first letter and shipped it.
Yeah. Anyways. But having newbie moments. Where is newbie?
I don't know. He's MIA tonight.
We miss you.
But he's working hard. Leave him alone.
He is, man. He had a big weekend. But all right, guys. Moving on to the next one. We're jumping a few years. We're going to 1999, man. So this year was
Yolanda.
Yeah. Speaking
a little loud,
one of the OGs.
But this was selected by Uni. So Universe X. First appearance of Yelena Belova. Black Widow, man. This Inhumans book, it just absolutely exploded. I wish I had one. I don't have one. I really dig Yelena, especially how they portrayed her within the MCU. I think they did a great job. The actress is a great casting. She's funny as hell. But yeah, man, this is one I don't have in the PC. I don't know if you guys had the opportunity to grab it or not.
I actually don't have this. I'm just pulling it up here. I don't have that issue specifically. I did happen to pick up the Marvel Knights preview book a while back, which actually had a cameo.
I remember you showing me this. Yep.
Yeah, and I actually only picked it up, I think, for like $2 or something like that. So I figured, why not? But I do keep my eye out for this one, and have not found it yet.
Oh, guy, I totally feel you, bro.
But yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the cover itself, but it's definitely a good pickup if you can find it, especially for a good price. I don't know what they're going for now, Raw.
It's cooled a bit. It's cooled a bit.
It has, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think at one point it was like Raw. It was like a couple of hundred, but I think you could even find some copies like at 150, 100. But the only thing is, look, I do have 2 copies of this book. I will say though, I don't know if it's because of the print, like the print quality of the late 90s. This particular cover is kind of hard to get in a 9.8, just because that black edging on the spine and all that. Both copies I have, I don't think any of them hits that 9.8. One might hit a 9.4, 9.6, but this is a tough one to get in a 9.8. But I was just fortunate to have 2 of these before this thing really took off.
Nice.
Yeah, I just looked now. I'm seeing it listed on eBay anywhere between $100 and $200, and a couple of people actually got lucky with auctions on it, and snagged it at $50, $90.
This is one of those books you might get lucky if you were to get, because I've seen this book for some reason selling cheaper when people buy the Inhumans lot, that whole 12-issue lot, rather than buying just the issue itself. Because the whole series is only 12 issues. So if you're able to catch a deal on, because that's how I actually got my first copy. I caught a deal on the 12-issue lot, so it worked out to be pretty cheap on a per-issue basis. So if you're looking for that book, that might be one way to go online, to look for the lot instead of, because people that have this issue selling it on eBay, they might sell specifically, they might price that issue alone, right? So
absolutely, yeah, for sure. Uni, your comment, bro. I love Yelena. She's my girl. Does not know it yet, he says.
Yeah, man. I don't
that sounds like a restraining order.
Oh no.
Yeah, this is probably a really good pickup even now. You guys mentioned that it's kind of already spiked a little bit, and even cooled off some. But I kind of feel like we're gonna start seeing a lot more of her in the near future. It feels like they want to use her more in the MCU, just because people have loved the character. Yeah. Especially after seeing her show up in the Hawkeye show, that a lot of people loved, Yelena and Kate together. So, kind of feels like they might be interested in doing something there in the future. So, usually when we see these characters start to show up more in the MCU and everything like that, they start to take a bigger role in the comics too. So, I expect she'll start showing up more in the comic books.
Yeah,
as well.
Ironically, Uni says this is his girl, and he picked the year. It's like he knew. He was like, man, these fuckers are going to pick that book. And yes, we did, man. It's totally a great book to pick up, man. Dan, you mentioned something saying, I'm also hoping the MCU salvages the Inhumans because they are too powerful and too interesting of a team to go to waste, man. Can't agree more. I'm actually, it's one of the main reasons why I'm pissed off with how they're handling Kamala Khan. That's really.
But you know what? Just like the Mutants, I could see them introducing members of the Inhumans before they actually introduce the actual team.
Yeah, I hope to be that's going to be the case. You know what I mean? We'll get them in bits and pieces, but yeah, man. All right, moving on to the next one, guys. Truth number 3. This is 2003, baby. Year selected by 22 Comics. Isaiah Bradley receives the Super Soldier Serum in this one, man. This entire run picked up heavily with Falcon and Winter Soldier. Again, books that I think many people were sleeping on. Now it ended up, going up, and it's coming back down, man. I think, it's clear as day where they're going with this, with his grandson and the Young Avengers and everything. But I just felt the moments within Falcon and Winter Soldier, it was pretty deep, man. Knowing that he was relevant within the MCU in the background, man, it was just awesome. I love the way they put that together, and yeah, man. I again, this series I did not pick it up. I don't know if you guys did. Sound off, man.
I didn't even know about this character before the TV show, and I wasn't really looking for it, so I obviously passed on it, and not gonna go picking it up out of FOMO now. More or less JOMO,
baby,
yeah, JOMO, baby. But yeah, it's just something I pass on. I'm not gonna go out of my way and burn my wallet for that.
Yeah, I mean, this would be. I heard how this miniseries is a good read, so I'd probably pick it up just more for the read, not so much, as a collector. Because honestly, I wasn't really feeling these covers. Like, I don't know. No. This one looks like you're using like the geometry toolbox from Microsoft Paint. So,
at a distance, did you think he was on a floaty in the pool?
Yeah, he looks like he's having a good time, right? Until you realize he's strapped into it.
I thought that he was on one of those construction, beams, and it was just floating in the sea.
Where's the crane holding him?
Jeez, so
there
picky.
Paul's got 10 copies of 1 and 2 nothing after that. I think it's issue 4 where he ends up with the suit.
Yeah, I mean it's a good read, and some people really love these covers. They're. Yeah.
Is it Matt Murdock?
Oh,
no,
don't do that. Don't do that. That's like that one cover.
It was heavy.
We're all laughing at Matt Murdock looking through the window, but he's not actually looking through the window.
Right.
Looking sideways.
I mean, it could be a worse cover up, for sure. So, but yeah, I mean, it was a good read. It's an interesting story. That they've already touched on in the MCU. I don't really know that we'll get a whole lot more out of it than that. Now, yeah, obviously his grandson, he may play a bigger part in the future. So, but yeah, this one would be one that you're just kind of picking up for the read.
Dude's about to slap me.
The fucking it's gonna be all about the grandson moving forward, man.
Oh yeah, for sure, absolutely.
But all right, guys, we got 2 more books before we wrap it up. So moving on to the next one, we're jumping to 2009, man. This is Batman Battle for the Cowl. Dude, I know you're already disappointed, but this
Here,
year was
wait. Let me do something.
Yeah, you can do it. Enjoy, bro. But the year was selected by Shop for Comics. First appearance of Jeremiah Arkham as the Black Mask. This is a 3-issue series. And clearly written by Tony Daniel, as you see there. But guys, I don't own any of this, unfortunately.
I don't have the single issue of this, but I do have the trade because I believe, Face, correct me if I'm wrong, this is around the time when Batman was in limbo and they're trying to figure out who's going to take his cowl, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was an interesting time in DC because, with the whole Final Crisis storyline and all that. And then, ultimately ended up being Dick Grayson for a time being Batman. So I don't have the single issue, but like I said, I still dug that period in Batman. So I know some people weren't a fan of the whole Grayson Damian Wayne team up, but I thought it was good while it lasted.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I guess the relevance of it being, with Jeremiah Arkham as the Black Mask, it really didn't last very long before, Roman Sionis was Black Mask again, and they've killed him off again since then. Hell, they might even brought him back again since then. I don't know, man. This guy, he fucking dies all the time. So, like, I actually don't really remember this story too much, to be honest. So I can't really even say how good it was of a read.
I actually have to reread the trade myself. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I read it through. I read it through the once, and that was about it. So.
All right, well, guys, before we move to the last one, I do want to point something out here. Okay, this has probably been Michael Baker's biggest game ever, playing the Retro Spec, which you guys initiated this whole counting, keeping score thing. I think it's great. I know they do this with TiVo. Hilarious. I love seeing this. But Michael Baker, I just want you to know, it comes down to the next one. Either you win it or you're tying with Paul, man.
Ooh.
Oh wait, are they tied right now?
Well, Paul's got 11, 20. Michael Baker
has to catch up on this next one.
So Paul could catch him, or Michael can win this one. So let's see how this plays out. Guys, the final book for tonight's Retro Spec, March edition. Dark Avengers #1, 2009. Ooh. Again, you're selected.
Paul has this.
Yeah, by Shop for Comics, you get the first full appearance of the Dark Avengers, which consists of a wild team, which I'm not going to go too further into. But you get the first mention of Hammer, which replaces S.H.I.E.L.D. Guys, this ends up being currently a spec book as to, things going on within the MCU. I hope...
Oh, they're tied!
Oh, they tied.
They tied. There you go, man.
Yeah. We got to bring a tiebreaker.
I was hoping so bad that I could bust this out.
So we're gonna do this duel. All right, we're gonna do this duel. Michael Baker versus Paul Solivar for ownership of Need a Hero Comics.
Oh, Paul's got 2 copies though.
Okay, so he edged him.
Oh,
there you go. There you go. Hey, yo, Squared Circle, what's up, bro? Thanks for joining us, man. But yeah, man. Hi, dude. Talk to me.
Dude, you're skipping your turn.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't sure if we were, taking.
I'm being polite, man.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, Dark Avengers. Every time I see this, I'll pick it up if it's for cover price. It's not a bad pickup. I don't see it ever over cover price, believe it or not. So if you see him in the back issue, then why not?
Yep. I don't think
it's not. I don't think it does go for like a surplus at all. But
it's climbed.
It has climbed. I think it's sitting around that $30 range at this point for cover.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, when I walk into shops, man, it tends to be showcased as like, hey, $30 book in the higher end books.
Again, this is one of those books that if I was to get it, I can't settle for a VF because those ticks really show on that black cover. So.
But hey, hold on, guys. Stick around, though. I do want to announce something at the end.
All right. I don't have this book, unfortunately, but Yeah, listen, I know that this has gotten some heat because they're, with the original Avengers being phased out, they're they're spitballing whether we're going to get Thunderbolts or an iteration of Dark Avengers in the MCU. So who knows, honestly. But we'll see.
Yeah, it just kind of feels like they're probably going to do more of like an MCU version of the Thunderbolts, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
At least I kind of hope that's the route that they go. Dark Avengers storyline, maybe we can wait on that for a little bit. Maybe down the road, we'll see. Who knows? But it's a cool version of the team. Cool storyline. I would have liked to see the whole overall storyline play out a little bit better than it did, but it was a cool idea, at least at first. So.
Yeah, man. And the lineup's wild.
Hell yeah. It's a great lineup.
Yeah. But guys, I hate to say this, but that was it. That was the retro spec, man. Yo. So we had a great time. I think this way was way more fun than just selecting 2 years for us to go back at. So that being said, I'd like to keep it permanent. So chat, everybody paying attention, if you're watching the replay, we post a photo within the month. So now within April, as of tomorrow, April 1st, we are going to post on our Instagram. We're going to post a photo where you guys could select the years. So you comment below, let us know what years, limit yourself to 2. Don't get,
Don't go crazy.
Don't go crazy.
Have fun.
But yes, so do comment. Go let us know what years you guys want us to go revisit, and we will do some homework. We will bring you guys some books, and we'll look at some spec books all together. That being said, since we're speaking specs, every Friday, if you guys don't know this by now, we have Royally Fucked, our episode where we go on Fridays at 5 p.m. to let you guys know what our picks of the week are on FOC. So we just go through some of the favorites from the week, let you guys know what we think is hot, which one has great covers, and which one might succeed within the secondary market. So guys, that being said, do you guys have anything else you want to add before I wrap it up? I'm wrapping up.
So I guess that kind of addresses Steve's question to you, right, Black Crown?
Where was this? Hold up.
Scroll up. He asked a question about spec.
Yes. Would the Kingpins be open to get input from the room on spec to help us all? Just a question, but might extend this cool room for a bit. Sure.
So is he asking, like, just to understand the question, is he asking, like, they'll bring up a book that we speak on it kind of thing?
I guess so. Feel free to elaborate, Steve Bradley. If you want, you could even hit me up on the DMs. But guys, before we wrap it up, I do want to announce something. As you guys know, when we launched the Kingpins, we had a community get-together show. The community get-together show consisted of quite a few people from within the community, the fellow YouTubers and whatnot. We're going to be hitting 6 months on the nose, and that's coming April 18th.
April 18th, 6 months.
Do keep an eye out. Yeah, we're gonna do another one, a huge community show, and I think that's gonna be a wild one, man.
Yeah, and if anybody wants to hop on with us and have some fun on the Comic Kingpins, hit us up. Let us know, guys, and we'll see what we can make work.
Yep,
sure.
All right, guys, that was the show. Don't forget, it's 8:54 p.m. Eastern time. Pressable Defects going live at 9, man. So we'll see you guys in the chat. All right.
Oh yeah.
Buenas noches, guys.
Doses.
Oh wait, we forgot the outro.
What outro?
Oh,
you know the one.
Oh yeah.
Hit him, Hyper.
I got one actually for you.
Oh shit.
Listen.
Hit it with them.
If tonight you're seeing too many DC books and you're like, dude, and you feel like slapping somebody and you need a place to go to let off some steam, visit your local library.
You want to slap somebody in the library?